How's everybody doing? Well, here's one you don't see too often. A 1978 Dodge Monaco station wagon. 94,000 original miles with a very unique history. Let's go into it right after this. We always appreciate all the likes, the comments. We hope you can subscribe. It really helps the algorithm. It helps get our content out there for everybody to see. With that said, you have a pretty unique car here. Rare, but not probably the most desirable car, but you never see them. So does that make it desirable? Who knows? 1978 Dodge Monaco station wagon. Four-door, with the rear tailgate, dual action, where it's a tailgate and a rear door. 360 V8, 2-barrel, automatic, rebuilt transmission, power steering, power brakes, air conditioning. AC is complete and does work and turn on, but it doesn't blow cold. It's never been converted to 134A, so it's still an R12 system. It could be probably refilled with R12 or just converted over. Power tailgate does work, both with the switch on the dash and the key. We'll show you that in a little bit. This car is all original paint, has not been painted. Original light blue metallic. The only thing that has been redone on the outside of the car is the wood grain on the back. I had that redone. We were able to get a matching vinyl wrap in the same grain, so we put it on, cleans the car up. Paint is original. It's got some nice patina in it. It was faded, gave it a good 3-stage buff and wax, but in some places you find that the paint is a little thin. But overall looks really good. Car is dead straight when you look down both sides, as you can see by the pictures. No big door dings, no gouges, no cracks, none of that stuff. Bumpers are good, bumper fillers are all good. The chrome is actually original and in very good shape. All the bumper fillers are here and they're soft. This has been a West Coast car. Came out of California, 2-owner from what we understand. And here's the best part. This car used to be a Hertz rent-a-car. Yes, that's right, a Hertz rent-a-car. So you can imagine the travels that this car had while it was in its rental days, back in the rental fleet on the West Coast. Came out of California, Southern Cal somewhere. And how do we know it's a rent-a-car? Well, take a look at this. There's a Hertz rent-a-car service sticker still in the door. That's pretty cool. So when you see an old station wagon, especially one that's pretty clean, the interior is real nice. You can see a couple of quick pics of the interior. It's all original, carpet's in good shape. Not all tore up, door panels are all good, as you can see. It's got the stock factory roof rack on it. Has been updated with a set of Kragers somewhere along the line. They're old, they look good, but they're not perfect. All the windows roll up and down. Power window goes up and down, both with the switch on the back and the switch on the dash. All the glass is good, the wipers work, headlights, taillights, turn signals, all that good stuff. Chrome is good, clean and straight. Tailgate looks great. Like I said, this vinyl was reapplied, that was redone. But all the paint on this car is original. If you look down the side of this car, I mean, there's no door dings in it. It's got a couple little, obviously, chips and nicks and stuff, from, what are we talking, 45 years, 46 years of age. But for the most part, it's not an old, worn-out car. Not rusty, good floors. Underneath the car is good. There's some pictures on our website if you go to the link in the description below, and you can see underside pics of the car. Stock AM radio. Windshield is in excellent shape, no big cracks, no big chips. A couple little small tiny chips here and there, but that's just what it is. Paint's original, it was faded out, we buffed it, got a couple of thin spots in it here and there, but it gives it some really good patina. I didn't want to paint it. I like original cars, and I just thought it was really cool that this car is all original. Let's open it up and we'll look inside and fire it up. All right, let's take a look inside and out again. Original interior is excellent. Dash is in good shape. It's got one little crack by the speaker right there on each side. That's it. Door panels look great. Original stickers in the door jamb. And there's that Hertz rent-a-car service sticker that's still in place that I put a picture in before. All the glass is good. Tailgate's good. Tailgate glass goes up and down. I'll show you that here in a second. Jump seat in the back. Trying to eliminate some of this glare. It's sunny as hell out here in Phoenix and 115 degrees today. But it's a dry heat. Door panel looks good. On the side of the rear seat, back of the front seat's all good. There's just some rags we were using to clean the glass. Original carpet's in good shape, does have a new set of mats in it. Dash looks good. Doors closed nice. Headliner is complete. And the light works, and the rear light. Can you see that? There you go. Yeah. All the compartments are there and in good shape on both sides. Spare tire well cover still in place. Everything closes nice. Everything opens up nice. Let's fire this bad boy up. And what usually doesn't work on these cars, or any old station wagon, is the power tailgate. And this one works great. All the way up and all the way down. And the reason a lot of times they just stop working is that inside where the key lock is, there's usually a little piece of linkage and a switch, and usually the linkage breaks or the switch breaks or the connector of the linkage breaks and they just stop working. So that's really about it. Let's get this thing running, take it for a ride, and we'll go from there. What is a good looking car, and just the coolest thing, and it still blows me away, is that it was a former Hertz rent-a-car. How many old Hertz rent-a-cars you think are still out there, or people know that they were a rent-a-car at one time? Fortunately, got lucky on this one by finding the original service label in the door jamb. Let's reach in and fire it up. Oop. It's got a battery cutoff. You hear that click? It's electronic and it's hidden in the dash. There you go, typical gear reduction starter from Chrysler. But there's a solenoid hidden down inside this fender behind the battery with a switch up underneath the dash that shuts the starter circuit off on the car so you can't hotwire it. I guess that was probably put in years ago. 360 cubic inch. Originally a lean burn motor. Lean burn's long gone, it's taken off. It's got full electronic ignition with a new control box right there on a firewall. AC system is intact and complete. AC compressor works. I've turned it on. It does need to be charged. Like I said before, it's still the old R12 system. It's never been converted to 134A. All the original labels are under the hood. Right there. Even the fender tag, which I put some pictures in earlier. You can see. Nice and quiet, not loud, no smoke. I mean, the thing's dead quiet. It's probably got a Sears muffler on it from back in the day. Who knows? Well, let's go take this thing for a ride and wrap this up. All right. So this portion of the video was actually filmed the next day. because it was so hot yesterday. My my camera shut down, and I let it cool off, and then the day got away from me, so I finished this half up today. Oh, fender mounted turn signal indicators, and they work. And there's the right side, and then if you pull the four-way flashers on, they work as well. So all the lights work in the car. Let's go for a little cruise. Car runs and drives great. Like I said, it's got a rebuilt transmission. That was done probably a little over 100 miles ago. Car's dry, no major leaks, no weird sounds. If you hear that little squeak in the back, that's the rear seat folded up. It must be the lock mechanism rubbing against itself, and when it gets a little bump or whatever, you hear a little squeak to it. Not a big deal. Brakes are good. Plenty of meat on them. Power, disc in the front, drum in the rear. It's got the stock rear in it. I haven't decoded the fender tag yet. I'll probably do that later today, and I'll include that in the description below and see if you can break down all the options on the car. One thing the car probably has, and I have not found it, is probably the original build sheet. I wouldn't be surprised it's still under the back seat. I haven't pulled it out. It's a nice day here at Phoenix, about 110, but it's a dry heat. Miles are 94,638, and they are original according to the title. Gas gauge works when you get above about a half a tank. You get below a half a tank, it drops to 0, so the sender's probably got a dead spot in it. But so about quarter a tank and above it'll work. It just went under half a tank a little while ago, and it just dropped down. That's probably about the only complaint I have about the car. And if you hear that little annoying squeak, that's because I got the rear seat folded in the up position in the back, and I think it's the latch mechanism rubbing against the metal lock bar, and it's just squeaking a little bit. Not a big deal. Radio works.
And the other one was the Dodge.
So that's all good. Of course, we get stuck at the longest light in town. Take a little pause. And we're back just in front of the fire truck. No wonder there was a delay. .360 2-barrel. It's no race car by any means. I think these were about 180 horsepower, if I remember right, maybe 190. But pretty good on gas. I've been driving the car on and off for about a week, and it runs good, and it doesn't seem to use a lot of fuel. State trooper sitting there at the corner. Hopefully he didn't catch me with the phone in my hand, filming, or the camera I should say. He's still sitting there, so obviously he didn't. With that said, we're going to get back to the shop here in about a minute, do a quick wrap up, and call it a day. And that's a wrap. 1978 Dodge Monaco station wagon, all original, 94,000 miles. 360 V8, factory air, power steering, power brakes. In the description below, there will be a link to the website with all the information. Any questions, give us a call. And remember, there's nothing cooler than an old station wagon. Except if it's maybe an old Hertz rent-a-car station wagon. Thanks for watching, everybody. please do us a favor, like, subscribe, comment, and share. I know it's redundant and every YouTuber says it, but it really does help the channel move along and get content out. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.